Hey, it's Lenny Schmidts. Welcome to Quarantine Comedy. Hold on, let me put on my headphones. There's chaos. Hold on, everyone. Thanks for being here. All right, guys, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. How's it going? How are things? Let me shut down the sound. There's a little bits of chaos happening left and right throughout my show, as always, because that's how I roll. I have lots of problems and issues. Back to the main page. Robin Greenberg is here. Hi, Robin. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. We're having trouble getting your guest on today, so we're going to try and figure that out as soon as possible. Let's see if I can add an input. I hope Robin's here, so that's sweet. I hope you guys are everybody's very happy. Let me copy a link, make this happen. There's the thing. I had a long weekend. I moved, so things are happening. Things are mobile. Things are crazy right now. Things are a little bit nuts. I'm in the new studio. I'm very happy to be here. There's lots of room to work with. I'm very excited. There's not a lot going on in the news today. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, normally live streaming the show on YouTube. This week is a light week because of the fact I am moving, yeah, that's what's happening, pretty much. So today, this is the only live show of the whole week. So sit back and enjoy yourselves. Once we get my friend Vince on here, I just sent him another link. Bam. Let's see if I can try that. Sent you another link. Boom. I just sent you another. Oh, okay, that's not working. Perfect. Perfect. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I moved all weekend, so that's what I had going on. We are here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live on YouTube. Tune in. We talk to professional entertainers, live performers for the most part, singers, actors, a lot of comics, dancers. You might be familiar with the hashtag Red Alert, which is to support live performers and everyone working in the live performance industry that is out of work. 77% of those people have lost 100% of their income. Some states have no shows at all whatsoever. Las Vegas, ironically enough, has no shows. So hashtag Red Alert is to bring awareness to the live performers. Hashtag Red Alert Restart is to get them all back to work. So hashtag those things if you can. That's what we're doing here at the show, is to support some live performers. Today, we got you, Vince. Hang in there, man. All right, man. Can you hear me, Vince? Yeah, you can hear me. Okay, we're good. All right, Vince, I'll have you here in a second. Hang on. Vince is going to be here. Folks, if you enjoy the show, please do me a favor when you get an opportunity. Support the show if you can. Thanks for being here. You can, if you want, you can support the show financially. Bam, right there. There's a couple options right there. LennySchmidt.com/if you can. Or you go to Venmo, Lenny Schmidt Comedy. Or you can follow my Patreon page. I highly recommend you go to the Patreon page. You get all kinds of cool stuff on Patreon just for being there. Make sure you go there. You get free albums, free downloads, free stuff, all kinds of free stuff. Maybe you get to be involved in the show on some levels. That's kind of cool. So that's what you got. If you guys can support the show financially, do so. If not, do me a favor. Subscribe right now. Like the video. Just like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Do that for me. I would really, really, really sincerely appreciate it. With that being said, we're going to bring your guest out here in a second. Hold on a second. He's a good friend of mine. Folks, you might know him from the city of Chicago, Illinois. He's a stand-up comedian. He's been in Chicago, I think, for 150 years, somewhere around there, roughly, ballpark. I'm not quite sure. But he's a regular at Zanies quite often. Let's get a little look at my good friend right here. First of all, the one and only Vince Maranto. Here we go. Well, let's try to do this. Oh, this is going to be a little confusing, but let's give it a shot. Bam. Bam.
The other day, a friend of mine wanted to go out to eat. He goes, where do you want to go? I go, let's go where I'm working. There's on the border. He goes, ooh, on the border. Is that a Mexican restaurant? No, it's a Canadian restaurant. I got a back bacon and maple syrup that'll kick your ass. I was at an Italian restaurant and something happened. I always pass along a little hint or a tip. If you're at an Italian restaurant and there's something on the menu you'd like to order, but you're not quite sure how to pronounce it, do yourself a huge favor. Point to it. Nothing makes you look more like a bonehead than to go, yes, I believe I have the pasta fagioli. Is that fresh fagioli? Or do I have the chicken parmigiana? I believe that comes with the marijuana sauce. And we're going to start off with the anti-pasta.
Folks, that's the man, the one and only. Give it up for my good friend. Here he is, the one and only Vince Maranto. There he is. Well, with his own, he brought his own motto.
Hey, I heard.
You're all messed.
I know. I heard you could catch it over the internet, so I don't want to take any chances.
Yeah, I'm not healthy. Good for you, smart move. It's not even just COVID. You can catch anything from me over the internet. I got news for you, buddy. How are you?
I was freaking out for the last 20 minutes trying to get connected, but I'm a little calmer now.
I know. That's why I didn't hear from you at 5:30, and I go, well, I'm sure he'll be here, and nothing happened, and then we got to figure it out. It's all.
Yeah,
good.
I connected early. I connected like about 40 minutes ago, but
yeah.
I don't know. But we're here.
Yeah, whatever. We're here. It's all good, man. It's good. Who you got? Oh, let's see. First of all, I wanted to say this. We have people that watch the show regularly and tune in and make comments on we're live right now on the internet, by the way, Vince. This is live. We don't do any studio recorded bullshit here. I go live 100%. I fly raw, brother. And we have people that watch the show and make comments, and I have to say this immediately because I knew she'd be here. Robbie Davis is here. So Robbie Davis is always watching the show. She was all excited to know that you were going to be here. So there we go.
Yeah, she told everybody I would be on the show tomorrow. So I gave her the heads up that it was actually today.
Yeah, I screwed that up this morning when I texted you, and I said, I thought today was Wednesday. And I go, are you ready for today? And you went, yeah. And then, so I started plugging the show and got halfway through it, and then realized, oh, shit, it was supposed to be tomorrow. And then,
well, I thought I screwed up, and I went, oh, okay, whoa, God, thank God I got the message, but that's all right.
I'm surprised people tuned in. That's, you know what I mean? It's not like I have a huge following, but to come in on an off day and they're all here, I'm very happy. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Also, Mike Garcia's here. Also, he loves your mask. Mike Garcia loves your mask.
Okay.
So, how's it going, brother? How are things in Illinois?
Actually, you'll love hearing this. It was actually, when I walked the dog this morning, 52 degrees out there. And it's probably around that same rainy and 52, probably about that same temperature right now.
Oh, man, I wish it was 52 here. Man, I'm telling you, it's the worst here.
It's so funny. It's like the weather said, yeah, yesterday was Labor Day. Summer's over, goodbye. And boom, right into like 50 degrees.
That's great. So you'll be getting snow tomorrow. Right on. Excellent. Yeah.
Hey, I think Denver got like a half a foot of snow today.
No, are you serious? That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
God, it doesn't surprise me. It's all anything that happens in 2020 now is not going to surprise me.
Oh, yeah, nothing should.
Nothing. No.
I used to love halftime on a Sunday early in the year when they'd be showing all the different scores, and they'd go to Green Bay or Denver, and it's just snowing like crazy, and it's you're like, God, snow already?
Yeah, it's really, they don't mess around. They get it like right away. Green Bay and Denver, like bam. Or those games at the halftime. Who was that one game? Was halftime was it was fine, and all of a sudden the second half, there's literally 4 inches of snow in the field.
It was
the Denver game, right? Yeah, that was a big deal. So what's up? Are you I know you guys got shows back there, right? You're gigging in Chicago.
Well, I house MC downtown Zanies in August, and they started out with one show on Friday and 2 on Saturday, and by now they're doing one Tuesday, one Thursday, one Friday, 2 Saturday, and a Sunday.
That's good to hear. That's great. It's encouraging.
Yeah, because well, here's the thing: they could only sell 50 tickets. That's the cutoff. There can't be gatherings of more than 50 people. But what's nice about downtown Zanies, it's not that big to begin with.
Sure.
And what's really cool though, if there's like a couple of groups of 6 or 8, they all get to sit together because they all came in together. So you get a couple of those groups, and it really tightens the room up.
Nice. Yeah, that's got to work in Chicago because it's such a small room up front. You know what I mean? It's deep, and then it just fills the front. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and then I know Rosemont's. I think Rosemont's opening up this weekend.
Okay. Well, wait, weren't they open already?
They had a setback there, I know. But,
oh, really?
Maybe they did open.
The city?
Guess where I was supposed to be last weekend?
Oh, right. Okay. So you didn't. Oh, so you get the weekend off. Good for you. Just like everyone
Yeah,
else.
guess where I was supposed to be at last weekend though.
Where? Oh.
Kenosha.
Oh no. Dude.
Yeah. I couldn't believe when I see the news story. I'm like, tell me that guy did not just say Kenosha, Wisconsin. And I turn it up, and he said Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Like,
Because work's so easy to get right now. You want stuff like that canceling out.
yeah, let's nail the one city you can actually work in. You know what I mean? Where you have a gig booked. I hear you. As you're crossing off weeks on your calendar on a daily basis, like,
Yeah.
No, rough, man. So how you doing? So when you're getting out, moving around, that's good, man.
Yeah, trying to. I've actually started. I actually went back to my gym a couple weeks ago. They opened up, but I was a little hesitant at first. But when I went in there to check it out, I forgot. I always work out around 1:30 in the afternoon because there's hardly anybody there.
Yeah, right.
And with the pandemic now, I don't think I've seen more than 3 or 4 people at the gym at the same time. So
nice.
I'm fine.
Yeah, that's a win for you.
I'm really surprised, I'll be honest with you, at my age of 106, that it hasn't taken me. I've worked out 6 times now, and I'm almost back to my full weight and my full reps. I thought it was going to take months.
Really?
Yeah.
That's encouraging to hear because I haven't been to the gym since March. And all I'm doing is walking and hiking and stuff like that. So, I mean, weight-wise, I haven't done nothing.
Well, that's the thing. I started walking in May, and I had a thing on Facebook. With my little iPhone tracker thing, I realized that in May, June, and July, I walked far enough to go past St. Louis. Walk from Chicago to St. Louis.
Oh wow!
I try to do. It gets contagious after a while. I set my goal at 2 miles a day, and the next thing you know was 4, then 5. Then I was getting 8, 9, 10 miles a day in there in stretches. Yeah, I did almost 60 miles one week.
Dude, that's amazing. That's brutal.
Yeah, it's. I'm telling you, once you get started, then it becomes like a challenge. Like, well, and because it tracks the steps and the miles.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm done. I'm like, 3.2 miles. Well, I might as well make it 3.5. Then you overshoot that. And you're 3.7. Well, shit. Let's just do 4.
Yeah, 4 is right around the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Then you're at 4.2. Next thing you know, you're at like 7 miles.
Well, when you start doing it too, you start to be aware of what is how far. You know what I mean? Like if you walk that much, like I know where I go up Valley Vista down to Sepulveda. I'm like, I know this walk is 4.5 miles or whatever. And my daughter does the same thing. Anna knows how far each one is. So we'll go, which one do you want today? How far do you want to walk? And it also tracks because I have the hills here. I have a lot of hills, Hollywood Hills behind me. So it tracks flights of steps. So there's a couple we'll go that are shorter, but it's a lot of it's like up a hill. You know what I mean? It's brutal. It's brutal up a hill.
Yeah, my flights really increased the month that I house MC downtown because you got the green room upstairs. So I was logging anywhere from like 6 to 8 flights a night when I worked there. Because it's funny when you look at it, because I was working Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday at first.
Right.
And you see all these flights on Tuesday, nothing on Wednesday,
yeah,
nothing on Thursday. All these on Friday, a lot more on Saturday.
Right.
But it's funny what you said too. I also, mine's a little less romantic, but I know like from here to Kohl's, if you go to Kohl's and go on the back and come back here, that's 1.5 miles.
Right.
If you go all the way around my complex, that's 1 mile. If you combine the two, you got 2.5 miles. You know, I mean, I got those same things too.
Right. Good. Well, but then it makes it easier. It's kind of like a calorie thing too. I used to count calories. You know, I used to have an app that when you eat and you put in whatever you eat, and it tells you exactly how many calories you're eating, and it's basically counting calories, but it's an app for it.
Sure.
But if you do that for 2 or 3 weeks or a month, then you can stop in a way because you know I can look at a plate of food and almost go, oh, that's probably about 650 calories. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's like it amazes me. When bartenders mix up like for 5 drinks and then they perfectly pour exactly 5 drinks worth to the last drop.
Yeah, that's mind blowing to me. Or they'll do a martini perfectly, like, and they're like it'll fill the glass. You ever get that? And it fills the glass like right to the top. like a martini
Right, I
glass,
know.
and it's empty. I'm like, that's amazing. That's great. Like I'm amazed. Like, wow, you're a wizard. You know.
Isn't it great to be like us, so easily amused?
It
as,
is.
Nirvana?
Yeah, it saves money in entertainment. Damn it, I'll tell you that much right now. I could sit there and watch a guy pour stuff all day. So how many calories are in a McRib? We're going to talk about this because you're a huge McRib guy, which I am as well, but
it's
not as much
bad
as you.
I've spent the latter part of I think 25 of a quarter of a century defending the McRib. That's my one man show, defending the McRib.
You should. That's a great idea.
But it's not as bad as people think. I just. All right, I'm not gonna harp, but I don't understand. You take ground meat, you form it into a patty, you freeze it, you cook it. Everybody, wow, that's a good burger. You take pork, you form it into a patty, you freeze it, you cook it. McRib, what are you, out of your skull?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. My favorite. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I used to work at a barbecue place in Venice, and it was like kind of a famous, real popular LA barbecue joint, like really popular. And they had great barbecue. I mean, it was phenomenal, ribs and all kinds of stuff. But when the McRib would come out, I would always go through the drive-thru and get like a couple of McRibs, you know what I mean? And go into work. And my boss, the owner, one day is walking by my car and sees the garbage, the empty McRib container. And he's like, "Is that a fucking McRib container?" I go, "Yeah." Why? He's like, "What is wrong with you? We've got, why are you, I don't want anyone to know you're eating a McRib. That's disgusting." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, dude. I like them. I don't know what to tell you." And it's a big argument. You're like, "What's wrong with you?" I go, "Why? I don't understand why you care that I love the McRib. Why is that such an issue for you?"
Well, I always say, never discard the McRib boxes because they make an effective and eye-catching fragrance. Like it's like some people hang like a little pine tree.
Oh,
I
yeah.
leave my McRib.
So your car smells like McRib right from it's October till maybe January or February. Is that how long they're around? Something like
I
that?
don't know, it's different every year. It's different every year. Last year I had my girlfriend Donna got me into like eating organic stuff and everything like that. And
Right.
I'll tell you find out when you start eating real well that eating stuff like your body doesn't want.
Yeah.
Things like McRibs. Because, I mean, I used to keep track of, on Facebook, how many McRibs I had.
Right.
And I would do it
Right.
by sports jerseys, right? You remember that.
Well, you do the first one of the year, and then, like, here's the 12th one of the year or whatever. I mean, it was great. Yeah, I used to love it.
But one year I did it with Blackhawks jerseys, one year with Bears jerseys. And because I remember the Bears jersey, because I remember even myself thinking, what's wrong with me when I posted Urlacher's jersey, number 54. It was my 54th McRib. And somebody goes, "You had 54 McRibs?" I go, "Yeah, that's like one a week." They're like, "Dude, it's only been out for like 6 weeks." That's not right.
Well, I'm trying to catch up. I'm just catching up. What's the big deal?
That's right.
Oh, I'm also...
Yeah, I saw that on my Facebook, you know how Facebook does on this day, the memories, that a few years back I was eating a McRib on today.
Really? Yeah. How many McRib memories do you get throughout the year? You know what I mean? Like your whole winter's got to be filled with remember this time, and it's like 67, 69. Just
Right.
do the McRib. Well, I'm a sucker for any time. I've been doing Uber Eats at night, here to make some cash because there's no shows or nothing going on. So that's how I'm making money is Uber Eats. But I'll drive around at night. And I'm such a sucker for crappy fast food. After delivering it for like 2 hours, I'm like, boy, I could really go for like a Jumbo Jack or something. Like I got to have something from one of the fast food places. But what I started doing recently was I stopped going to chains. I don't want to go to chains. And out here in LA, I don't know if they do this in Illinois, there's street tacos all over the city. Like anywhere you go, there's a family sets up a tent and just sells tacos. They chop up meat. It's chorizo, it's beef, it's steak, it's whatever. So you can drive through the city, and in different corners, there's different families that have a whole tent set up, and for tacos for $1.50. So I drive around. I'll stop and get a plate full of tacos at night. That's at like 11:30 at night. I will stop. And I'm like, "Is that the brisket? All right, give me 4 of those." and give me a horchata, and let's go. I can't not do it. I can't not eat the food at 11:30. It's killing me, man. I don't know. It just smells good. It's everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. They don't really have that here. Because I saw you had that moving picture the other day. Moving by day, tacos by night.
Yes. Yeah.
And I wish they had that. Although I'm way out in the suburbs, so although I actually live in Woodstock now. I don't know if you know where that is.
I know where that is. Yeah, right on. Of course. Yeah.
For those of you outside of Chicago area, that's where the movie Groundhog's Day was filmed.
Yeah, Groundhog Day was there. Yeah, all that stuff. You can walk around and see a bunch of that stuff, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you, they go because I go there on Groundhog's Day. It's huge. I mean, what else has Woodstock got, right? That square is huge, and it's amazing how. I mean, pretty much everything was shot there. Like, I didn't realize that little bar, that he kept going to, drink to world peace thing. That's literally so small. I don't even know how they got a camera in there.
Right.
But But that's. But anyway, what I was going to say is that there's the place on the square in Woodstock, which was the restaurant that they kept going in to eat breakfast at.
Oh, right.
Yeah. That's actually a Mexican restaurant, which is amazing. Anybody who comes to visit me, I bring them there, and they can't believe how good the food is there.
God, I love Mexican food. I really love Mexican food, man. It's good.
I could eat in order Italian, Mexican, Chinese. Just rotate those every meal, and I'm fine.
For the rest of my life. I could do the same thing. That's good. Although I miss because we used to cruising wise. I used to go to Mexico at least once a week. And I miss it now. Boy, talk about street tacos there. They're $1 everywhere. You know what I mean? I'd take the girls through Mexico, and we'd have lunch. All of us would be full for like $20. Just a bunch of tacos. I don't know.
And that's what were we going to say?
I said, I don't know how sanitary it is, but I never got sick from street tacos.
That's right. I was trying to dance around the politically correct way of saying how stringent are there sanitation laws there.
I don't know, but one day I got some tacos one day, and this guy cooked some chicken while I was there, and it was after I ate, and I didn't feel well just from watching him cook the chicken. It was just bare hands and a bucket of raw chicken on a grill.
Yeah,
using the same tongs, and I'm like, oh, none of that is good. I don't think any of that is. I don't think that's proper code.
Well, there's your classic cross contamination.
Yeah, right. I know it's some of it's. I got to be honest with you, dude, I don't know. I don't. My brother used to joke. I can eat anything. I can eat almost anything still. And I did that though. I went vegan for almost a whole year. It was hardcore vegetarian.
Really?
Yeah, well, it was hardcore vegetarian, kind of vegan. But when I did it for like a whole year, and I noticed that when my diet completely changed since then. I'm not vegan anymore, but like an In-N-Out double burger, if I go and get that, it really kind of messes me up. I'll eat it and I'll be like, I just feel terrible. Once you start eating healthy, your body just adjusts, and I can't go back to crappy food.
Right. That's like what I said with last year. I only had I think I had maybe 9 McRibs, which usually that's the first week.
You are,
and that's all I had because after eating all those organic meals and organic vegetables, your body tells you, this ain't right, dude.
You made a mistake. You've made a mistake. Sometimes I'll just fight through it. If it's food I really like, I used to do this when I would come back to Chicago. I would get a thin crust, like a pizza, like I'm a Rosati's guy, so I'll go to Rosati's, and I'll get a thin crust, and I can eat a whole large thin. No problem. I could just eat it nonstop because I love it so much and I miss it. So I would just tough my way through it. But then the next 2 days I was not going to be, especially if there's pepperoni. Pepperoni just kicks my ass. So, but I know that I'll be in a lot of pain, but I don't care. I just muscle my way through the food. And they just opened here. They have they have a Gino's East here now, which they have the deep dish, which it's whatever. But they just came out with like a Chicago thin, that tavern thin that they serve there. And it's great. Their thin is really good. So I sucked down a whole large thin from Gino's East last week on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's funny. I had a thing on Facebook the other day. I was happened to be talking to somebody, and she said that she still lives. Oh, I put a fun fact about myself. I put the fact that I've lived in this apartment for 2 years. I've never gone out the back door or upstairs. And I put, please post a fun fact of yours. And this one friend of mine posted that she has lived in the same house her whole life. When she was born, they brought her to back there from the hospital. She ended up buying the place from her parents. So she's lived in one place for 60 years, which I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
To me. Now, you go, what does this got to do with pizza? I realized when I was putting all the places that I lived that I have never been more than probably 3/4 of a mile from a Rosati's. And where I live,
that's the best.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's great.
What I also do to make sure they have a slice of pizza, like the double dough, the bigger, thicker slice of pizza and a can of soda for $4 here.
Yeah, right.
And,
the lunch thing or whatever, right?
Yeah, right. And their Wednesday and Saturday special is Italian beef and hot giardiniera. And I make sure at least once a week I eat one of those because I don't want my body to ever reject Italian beef and giardiniera. So I train myself. I make sure I have one of those a week. I'm like, you're not going to take this from me.
Yeah, there's a word for that. It's like a car thing. You constantly, you know what I mean? I can't remember the word for that. But yeah, you keep your body primed. You're constantly primed to be able to be able, because you never want to be like, oh, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I did that. I hadn't had hot dogs like a Portillo's hot dog with everything. It's so funny. I remember you telling a story. I tell this story a lot too. You telling a story about when they put that Portillo's out there. How you brought somebody there and they ordered a salad, and you're like, you're ordering a salad at Portillo?
I was so mad.
You out of your mind? You get that anywhere?
Yeah. What's wrong with you, Caesar salad, idiot?
But yeah. I try to keep a couple of things like that. I just can't, go nuts. I can't just eat it every day like I used to.
No, I do. But the thing is, I just have to know the next few days. Like, I know the next few days are going to be rough. If it depends on what I eat. Like, if I eat like a big beef with giardiniera on it, I know that the next morning is going to be a little rough. I'm going to have a little, you know what I mean? Or like if I eat a whole medium pizza, I know the whole next day I'm not going to feel very great. You know what I mean? But I don't care. I don't care. Like I said, I'm going to eat this no matter what. And then most of the time I eat really, really well, and then whatever. I don't care. I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. I don't know how these guys do it. I know people that are older, like my stepfather he's got a whole list of shit he doesn't eat anymore. I'm like, I never want to do that. I never want to be that guy. I'm like, if I was told like I couldn't do certain things, I'd be like, no. Why? I can't believe something like, I understand the important, like quitting, smoking and drinking and heroin and all that stuff. Sure, you got to quit that. But if someone says to me, well, no more beef sandwiches for you, I'm like, oh, come on. That can't be right. Really? Are you sure? I want a second opinion.
Is life worth living? Is life even worth living?
Yeah, if you got to be, if you're going to drink your food through a straw or eat oatmeal for the rest of your life, you know what I mean? At what point do you just go, you know what, screw it. I'm good. I've had a good run. I've had good. But at least you can watch football. Like I wore this week. Are you excited? I'm a big football. Hopefully they're going to start this week. I just hope it just keeps going. I got all my bear shit, my blanket, my hat, my shirt. I got all kinds of stuff. I'm excited. Yeah. There we go. I like it. Classy. I love it. I hope it happens, man.
But
I know.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised at all that they're starting Mitch. Are you?
They have to. No, they have to. You got a lot of money invested in that kid, and this is his last technically his last contract year, and there's no way Pace is just going to go, yeah, screw it, start the other. This is Pace is in trouble if Mitch doesn't come through in big ways.
Yeah, I mean, you got it's easier to go from Mitch, and if he fails, Foles, and Foles is traditionally a lot better as a backup than as a starter anyway. So I think that's the only way to do it was to go this way, and then if Foles can't do it, then I think Foles was a brilliant signing because how many times has he come off the bench
to step into a team. I mean, shit, he won a Super Bowl that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the perfect scenario. The perfect scenario is to let Mitch start for a while, see what happens, and if he just doesn't pick it up, then make the move.
You know, you talk about.
Uh-oh, what happened? Oh no, Vince froze. This is fantastic. Why not? All right, let's go to the board really quick till Vince comes back. Hey, Brenda's here. Rob, hey, everybody's here. What are you guys talking? She's having a finger malfunction. I don't know what that means. Wow. Hey, Jeff Shaw's here. My good friend Jeff Shaw. How are you? I don't know why Vince froze up like that. It's difficult working with. Is it difficult working out with a mask on? We'll have to ask Vince that when he comes back. What happened? How did Vince freeze out on me? Okay, let's go to the board. Vince is walking a marathon every day. That's what's happening. You can make a martini disappear, Brenda. Very good work. I like it. Robbie loves Woodstock. Robbie Davis threw a bunch of little throw-up signs. Hello, Larry Warden. Good to see you here, my friend. Jeff Shaw. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah, probably internet problems. I don't get it. I don't know, but Vince froze on me. We're gonna give him a couple minutes. How are you guys doing? I can't tell you how happy I am that you guys all made it here when I screwed up the day. It was supposed to be tomorrow. I know that for a fact. Vince was correct, and I got up this morning. You know what it was? It was the chaos of moving, and the constant juggling and issues I've been having with my lease and my landlord, and it hasn't been a smooth move. It's been quite a few curveballs. So, plus, not the fact, not to tell you I'm babbling. Plus, I'm exhausted. I'll be honest, we moved across the street, so I walked back and forth a good 10 miles a day. Yeah, I am all moved. I'm in the new place. Vince is back.
Ah, there we go.
There we go. Hey. Yeah, you're alive. What happened? Did you have a thing? Did I do something? What did I do?
I don't know. It just said you're disconnected from the thing. But you know what's interesting?
What?
How the second I started to diss the NFL, we got cut off. So.
Dude, Big Brother. That's great.
Ixnay on that from now on.
Yeah, you two might want to shut up. Oh, sorry, sir.
But I can't wait. I just hope that they could get through the whole. You know, I mean, the NBA, the NHL, that was one city, two cities. Now you're all over the place.
The bubble thing was a good idea. You know what I mean? Baseball's had trouble with it. Baseball's had trouble balancing it. You know, some guys here and there. So, people make comments when they watch the show. First of all, when your feed went down, Robin Greenberg, who's a constant follower here at the show, said Vince went to get a McRib. That's what she said.
I wish.
Yeah, every once in a while. There we go. And Mike Garcia says Foles will start by week 6. So there we go. There's some sports commentary coming in as well. So
I don't know. I think I'm going to bet the under on that one.
Yeah, I could bet the under. Yeah, it's possible. He's got Detroit first, and I guess he plays well against Detroit. We'll see what happens. But after that,
Yeah, he had. I looked at his stats, like yards, and it's like I think like 11 touchdowns to 4 interceptions or something like that.
Yeah.
They're really good numbers.
Well, I think his best game is against Detroit. He had that one game where he was just lights out. And
was that Detroit that game?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Detroit. I think there was a game where he just lit him up, and that was one of those games that gave me hope again. Where I was like, "Whoa!" Then a week later he looks like Grossman. I'm like,
Hey, remember there was at one point where 3 games into the season, everybody was ready to hand Grossman the MVP.
Yeah, I remember.
I remember. Really good game.
I remember.
Then reality set in.
You know how many times the Chicago sports teams have made a move where I've gone, that's it, we're winning. That's it. When the Bears signed Cutler, fucking Super Bowl. We're in. Super Bowl. Oh, when the White Sox got Albert Bell, same thing. I'm like, that's it. We're a lock.
Yeah, I did that with Khalil Mack when they got Khalil Mack. I'm like, this is it. That's the turning point right there. Here we go.
It was a good one at the time. I was pretty excited about that one.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, you got both the Cubs and the Sox. Boy, the Sox are what are they like? 16-4 in their last 20 games or something.
Yeah,
crazy
I'll
thing.
tell you what, man. I'm so disappointed this year. Everything's going nuts with COVID and all this stuff. But I rode that rebuilding out, knowing where they were going. It's when you get older, you did it with the Cubs. When you get older and you start to understand the game more, and they suck for a couple of years, and they have a plan. You go, well, we got a plan. In 2 years, we should be able to blah 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 or whatever. You know what I mean? When you're a kid, you don't know really what's going on. When you get older, and the Sox. That rebuilding plan, they followed it to a T, and it was just that kid Robert. Holy crap, that kid's a monster. I mean, all these kids that come up, they're everyone after another. They're just monsters, and they're big players. And this was the year. I thought it was gonna be one more year, and in the offseason, they signed Kushel or the pitcher and a couple other people and Carcion. They signed guys. They go, oh well, I guess they're gonna make a run. They're gonna try to compete this year. I thought it was gonna be one more year. And they're great. I mean, it's so disappointing to me to not be able to go out and see this team. You know what I mean? I'm so mad. I'm like, I get it. Everybody's, there's bigger problems. There's a lot of stuff going on. But I rode that rebuilding out for 4 years of just crap. There were games. We used to go when the kids still lived in Chicago, we would go see games in April. And April baseball in Chicago is miserable. It's just, it's cold. It's freezing. And, the Sox, Houston beat us 9-0 one day. And we're sitting there and I'm watching all these games. So I rode the rebuilding out waiting for this year, and now it's happening, and I got to watch it through a computer. It's just a little annoying, a little disappointing.
Yeah, I did. When they said baseball was coming back, but they were probably going to limit the capacity to 20%. My joke was the White Sox would be the only team to show an increase.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I can't hear those enough. Thank you very much every time I turn around. Or how many memes there are of the empty stadium going, look at the Sox, full to capacity as usual. Consistency on the South Side. I'm like, all right, I get it.
Well, Larry Reeb has a line, my wife wanted me to take her somewhere where we could be alone, so I took her to a Sox game.
Yeah, I had Larry on the show a month ago, and he hit me with like 7 in a row. He just kept coming. Yeah, and then he's like, all right, I'll lighten up now. I go, thanks, Larry.
But, Larry's like me. We're predominantly Cub fans, but I like seeing the Sox do well. I don't get this like one, hate the other thing. If you're lucky enough to live in a city where you could see, when you get to go to games, where you could see every major league team play, I think that's amazing.
Yeah. And there's days where, have you ever done the twofer, where you go to the Cubs game in the afternoon, the Sox game at night? That's the best.
No, I always want to do one of those, or the Bears at noon and Hawks at 7.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty neat.
You'd have to bring $15,000 if you wanted 4 beers.
Yeah, it's more expensive. Yeah. I'm the same way like you. Like, I used to make fun of the Cubs when they would struggle, just because that's what you did. You made fun of them. But when they won, I was happy for especially my Cub fan friends. I remember when the Sox won the series, man. I'm telling you, I was lucky enough. I was traveling. I was on the road and stuff, but I had one day to fly back to Chicago to watch the game at a bar. TC's Pub. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's on Cicero. Fritz goes there a lot. He's got a cousin or something that owns it. So we go there to watch the Sox game. It's a Southside bar packed with Sox fans and stuff. I got one night to go see it, and it's the 4th game of the series when they swept. So I was lucky enough to see them to win at home. It was great. But, dude, the older people the more they cried. It was just people crying. It was just a great feeling. I'll never forget that moment when they won that first time in my lifetime to see that series win. So when the Sox won, I was excited for the Cub fans. Like, man, I would love for you guys to have that feeling, because that was one of the best nights of my life when they won that game. It was just awesome.
I'll tell you, though, as a Cub fan, I mean, I was really, as a kid, heartbroken in 1969. I was 12 years old back then.
Yeah.
And then 84, man, I thought for sure, that's it. We get Rick Sutcliffe.
The San Diego thing, yeah.
This is it. They win the first game like 1-0-0, and Sutcliffe hits a home run in it. And then that just broke my heart. Then from then on, as the years went by, it's like, okay, you know what? You're sucking the life out of me every year. I mean, I was happy when they won, but it was a lot of, it's about fucking time.
Yeah, it's true. At some point, you gotta go. All right, let's wrap it up. Let's go. Let's get there. Now, were you a big? How did the Bartman thing go over with you? Do you blame Bartman in any way, shape, or form? I just watched that documentary the other day, which is pretty amazing.
No, I didn't see it, but no, I didn't. I would have done. To be honest, I would have done the exact same thing. There's a foul ball coming to where I'm sitting. I'm reaching out to try to grab it. I'm not thinking anything. You know what I mean?
Well, he's surrounded by 5 guys doing the same thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Any one of those other people could have been the guy. You know what I mean? That grabbed that ball.
Right. Because I was very disappointed in Steve Stone, who I think is amazing. By the way, he was just on.
I love Steve Stone.
On the Score radio station, the sports radio station in Chicago, the Score.
Yeah.
And he talked about. He gave a little. Let's just put it this way. He talked for about 6 minutes. I learned more about pitching in that 6 minutes, Lenny, than I learned in my whole life.
He's the best color guy in the business, I think. He's amazing.
And how many times, well, as with the Cubs or with the Sox, if he hangs a curveball here, it's going to be trouble, and boom, it's gone. You know what I mean?
He's right. Yeah.
He's really setting him in for that high inside fastball. Boom, he's gone. You know what I mean?
It's great to learn. It's great to learn that stuff. Who kind of like that on the football side is Romo. Have you ever watched Romo do color in a football game?
Yeah. He at first I was annoyed by him, but then I warmed up to him a lot.
I know a lot of people still hate him, and that's fine. But I've never seen a guy do color in football be so accurate, like so correct. Like he'll come out and he'll tell you what's going to happen, and it'll just play out. He'll go, okay, now he's got to go to the check down to the right. They're going to try to run the flat, and they'll do exactly what he said. I mean, it's pretty amazing to watch. And Stone's like that. And Stone does it every pitch, where he tells you what the pitcher's thinking, and, well, he doesn't want to throw the slider here. Or he goes, he's trying to get that slider up, but if he doesn't, he's got to drop the change. He doesn't want to throw that to this guy. You know what I mean? It's just amazing to hear that stuff. And you're like, it's cool to kind of get inside, that whole inside thought process instead of just watching the game.
Well, he said something that's really cool. And he said that Greg Maddux did this and so-and-so did this. All the great pitchers did it. If you have a good fastball and a good slider or off-speed curve, he goes, and they're both really good, he goes, you only need those 2 pitches. But what you need to know is with that fastball, throw it at 3 different speeds. And with that curveball or slider, throw that at 3 speeds. He goes, now you have 6
pitches, yeah.
So now if you miss on location, they're still guessing the speed. I thought that was genius. I never thought of that.
It's really clever. Yeah. Well, now what did he say about, you say you were disappointed in him. Did he say something about Bartman? That was the thing? I don't remember.
When that happened, they showed Bartman in the stands and Steve Stone going, that's not a Cubs fan. And I'm like, oh, come on. You don't hang this up. You know what I mean? I remember being real disappointed when he said that. I don't know if he's warmed up since then.
Yeah,
hey, you know what I was thinking? I wonder, did Steve Goodman's family ever get a ring after using "Go Cubs Go" after every victory for all those years?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because they gave Bartman a ring. If anybody should have got a ring, it's Steve Goodman's family. I mean, that's big. Look, I mean, that's the big. People stick around at the end of the game to hang out and sing that,
Dude, you can hear that all through the city.
Let's start a movement right now, Lenny.
Yeah, okay. Steve Goodman should get it. We'll do something. I'll put it on the thing. Yeah, well, I'm surprised Stone would say that because I know during the documentary they also go and talk to Moises Alou, who's now back home, and he's still pissed about it. And you're watching it, you're going, "Come on, man! I don't know why Alou got so worked up over that play. That was Alou, right, in left field that happened to."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because when you were saying that, I was like, well, that didn't make because then the Cubs blew a double play, and then
there's a whole bunch of they were winning the game the next day. Kerry Wood went deep. I mean, there's a million other things that happened.
Right.
Yeah, there was a million things that happened after that. So, but I don't know. I felt bad for that guy. That documentary is kind of heartbreaking. You know what I mean? I mean, he was a big Cub fan and a teacher and a good guy, and his life just got ruined. I mean, that's just sad.
I know. Just for trying to catch a foul ball at a place where the dimensions are so screwed up that the foul line and the wall is an eighth of an inch apart.
Right. He's almost on the playing field at that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just
Right, I know. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But
Okay.
we digress.
Yeah, I know. Everybody on my message boards now is calling us the ESPN commentators. Like, thanks. Yeah, he did. Oh, good. They mentioned he used to urinate on his hands to rough them up. That was a Moises Alou thing.
Oh wait,
Did
I
you know
remember hearing that. That's right.
Yeah, he used to pee on his hands to make himself. I guess that was whatever. That's his thing.
All right, I guess.
So
I guess
go ahead.
I guess it's not a foreign substance if it's coming from you.
It's not. You can't technically. You know what I mean? It's coming from inside of you. It's just
right.
How do you test for that too? How do you do it? Is there? And who cares? Who's complaining about that? Who's going? Hey! Is he peeing on his hands?
Like the Spinal Tap joke. He choked on vomit. They didn't necessarily know if it was his because you can't really dust for vomit. One of my favorite lines in that movie.
God, I love that movie.
Hey, have you ever seen the? I think it's the 25th anniversary edition of it.
No, I don't think so. They were supposed to do a live thing in New York this year that they had to cancel because, there was a whole. I wanted to go. I was trying to look into it. It was crazy expensive, but yeah, it was like a concert and a Q&A, and because that's his anniversary or something. But I think they canceled it.
Yeah, well, on the 25th anniversary, you could watch it with commentary by the three of them as their characters. And
no,
Lenny, it's like watching a whole nother movie.
It's got to be. I got to get all right. Yeah.
So funny the things that they say, and you'll hear one of them will say something, and then the audio just cuts because you could tell they're all starting to laugh.
Yeah.
And then they take yeah, it's really. They go through a whole thing where they're showing a scene and go, yeah, I heard he died, and then I heard she died too. Oh, he's dead. Then throughout the whole thing, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. Those they're dead now too. But yeah. Pick it up.
I'll get it for sure. It's got to be on Amazon or something. Trust me, it's streaming. Everything's streaming these days. I'll be able to find it.
There's another one that I haven't found that I saw advertised called "This Movie Goes to 11" or something like that, and it's all outtakes and deleted scenes. And I would love.
No way! Oh,
yeah,
I would love to watch that.
Yeah, I saw it somewhere. I forgot where. It's this one goes to 11 or something like that. It's got the dial with the 11 on it. But
there's got to be a ton of deleted scenes that are beyond hilarious. You know what I mean? There's just got to be a bunch of stuff because they did so much improv in that shooting. There's got to be a ton of stuff that Reiner was like, okay, we can't. I don't have enough room for this. I can't. There's just got to be a whole nother movie of stuff somewhere. That would be amazing. I'm gonna look into that. All right, that's what I'm doing tonight, man. So are you? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. One more thing on Spinal Tap. The best thing I ever heard was I think it was Harry Shearer said they asked about their concerts, and he goes, "Hey, we're pretending to be a band, and they're pretending to be our audience." I thought, what a great way to say it. What a great way to describe what a Spinal Tap concert.
Yeah. What else are you gonna say? That's the best. That's hilarious. So are you working this week? Are you back out there? Are you getting Kenosha, the rebooking? What's going on?
No, I got nothing this week right now, and I'm when they I'm throwing it out there, but
yeah, right.
Nothing for the next couple weeks, but we'll see. And I don't know. I can't see it getting. I can't see it going forward. To me, I'm afraid it's either going to stay the same or go backwards. As far as, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially with all Labor Day and all the colleges and then the big motorcycle Sturgis thing with all those people. And, it's just, I don't know how you are. Me, I wear the mask. I have so many of these, but I wear it everywhere.
Yeah.
Anytime I go out in public, I wear it. It takes 2 seconds. Oh, here's a little something that I've been doing on stage. I go, this is wearing a mask. This is not wearing a mask. I call this the new ass crack right here. When I see that, I just want to run up to people, point at them, and go, ass crack. Oh, you know what I said on stage the other night? I go, wouldn't it be funny if putting Tide Pods in your mouth actually cured COVID-19? all those morons were actually ahead of their time.
Yeah. They're probably immune on some level for some reason. Nobody knows it. Like, why haven't these kids caught it? I don't know. Because the Tide Pod challenge helped everyone. Yeah, I wear the mask everywhere too. I wear it everywhere. It depends. Well, out here in California, I don't know what it's like there in Illinois. There's a lot of places here that people just don't. I don't understand the concept of wearing the mask into a restaurant and sitting down and being able to take it off. I don't understand how that's okay. But I guess
that's how
it is.
That's how it is at Zany's, because you can take it off at your table.
Right.
Because everybody's 6 feet away from you. But they just passed a law now too, though, that I had to keep making the announcements that you have, when your server comes up, because the servers always have the mask on.
Yeah.
When the server comes up, you have to
put your mask
give
on.
Your order. Yeah.
Oh, that's a law now? Is that a law?
Yeah. Okay. In Illinois, it is. The governor. Yeah.
You got some color coding thing going on here. And you froze again. Oh no, I was getting ready to sign off anyway. We'll see if I can get Vince back before. I don't know. It's got to be on his end, right? That can't be my connection. Because I'm not, I'm using Wi-Fi today. I'm not tethered because of the move. We haven't made that. Okay, the Sox are tied at 4. Thank you. I'm going back to the board. First 4 games, okay. After that, it's proved itself again. Okay. Yeah, I'm reading backwards, which is very confusing. Probably internet problem. Okay, we're all there. All right. Anybody on Facebook? Just Brenda checked in. Oh, look. Oh, we're not even on Facebook. We should be. It's just yeah, I guess I was going to Okay. This has been an interesting show. It's been an interesting show. You guys have been great. Thanks a lot for being here. Vince, I don't think we're going to bring Vince back. I am going to plug his let me see what he's got. Let's plug he's got all kinds of Facebook and again, in the bio, you will catch his Instagram and his Facebook and all that stuff. I am being watched on Facebook. Oh, there we go. There are people. Okay. Oh, I got to go. I got a fantasy football draft, too, in about 5 minutes. Leonard Cray's here. All right, guys, that was Vince Maranto. Catch his album, man. Oh, he's going to tell me right now. Here we go. Here's the information for the album. Come on, man. You can go to his Facebook, his website, and get his album. Vince Maranto. Let's see, VinceMaranto.com. This show is good. This is like clockwork, by the way. This show is going like clockwork. He's now messaging me what I should tell you people. Thea, thank you very much for the update on Facebook. I appreciate that. You're very sweet. You're the best. I see. So he's got Vince Maranto will be at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club in October. At least that's what's scheduled as of now. They have not canceled October dates as of yet. We'll see where Vegas goes moving forward. Besides that, you can catch him in the Chicago area. He's going to send me another message. I know he's got an album out there. Please catch his album. Go to his website. I'll put all the information in the bio afterwards. And he just said he's not going to plug anything else. He said thanks and go Bears. That's what Vince Maranto said. There we go. You guys are the greatest, man. Thank you so much. Lenny Cray is here over on Facebook. Austin Brooks is here. Wow. Thank you. Things were a little chaotic. Oh, look, he's back. Just say goodbye. All right, there he is. We're good. Okay, I was just signing off. You can say goodbye whatever you want, man.
Hey, bye, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Talk to you later.
Okay, thanks, buddy. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Okay, buddy.
Go Bears.
Go Bears. Okay, that's Vince Maranto. How about that? Right on, man. All right, that went great. That was perfect. Okay. Guys, thank you for tuning in. You guys were really great. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves and do me a favor. As always, do me a favor and dream of Pinky. Wait, hold on. This show is like a train wreck today. Things couldn't go any better. You know what? What the hell? Go Bears. Dream of Pinky.
Lenny Schmidt Quarantine Comedy was created, produced, and is hosted by Lenny Schmidt. We live stream on YouTube at 6 p.m. Pacific every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Special episodes occasionally stream or are uploaded on Tuesday and Thursday. Every episode is also launched as a podcast and can be heard on iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. If you enjoyed the show, please like the video. If you really like it, share the video. If you really, really like it, please subscribe to the Lenny Schmidt Comedy channel on YouTube. You'll get updates on this and numerous other online comedy content that my dad produces. Check the info section below for detailed information on all of our guests. If you are a fan, you can follow and support them as well. Go to their page, like their content, buy their albums, purchase a shirt, any merch they may be selling. Anything you do will support performers, will literally help save the arts. In fact, if you want to support this show financially, just go to lennyschmidt.com/ifyoucan or Venmo at Lenny Schmidt Comedy. If you donate as little as $1 or as much as $10,000, it will help pay for the stuff my dad keeps breaking. If you can't pay for the comedy content, that's okay. COVID sucks for all of us. Enjoy the free show. If you want to find a way to support what we do, just subscribe to Lenny Schmidt Comedy channel on YouTube. That really helps a lot. Thank you for listening to my dad's show, and as always, dream of Pinky.